Hello, hello. All right, I'm Lauren Wild. I'm your embodied astrologer, and we are going to talk about cord cuttings really quick. So we've got a couple of things that you're always going to need when you're doing a cord cutting. And I'll tell you what those things are. You're going to need 2 chime candles that are made the same way. And what I mean by that is like they're the same width, they're the same height. You want them to be the same kind of candle. So for example, if you look at this one is like a lot wider, and this one's going to take significantly longer to burn down than this one. The reason for that is because we want to pay attention to who is going to burn the candle down first. All right. So without getting too far into that, let's talk about it. You can work with larger candles like this one or like taper candles, but you need to work with a larger base that you're setting them in. And also you probably need thicker cord, or you need to run the cord a few more times. Now this one is special. It was made this way. And so it naturally is going to do what I want it to do, but we'll talk about that later. All right. The next thing you're going to want is a way to catch all of the burning from the candles and the cord and anything else that goes with it. So what you need to understand is that cord cuttings are a form of banishment spell work. Anytime there's banishment work, you want to make sure that everything that was used in the ritual you get rid of it. So if any wax spills like on your counter and stuff, you need to really scrape it up. And that is why working with things that you can just outright throw away is worth it, in my opinion. So when I go to the Dollar Tree, I buy like a pack of 10 of these and a bunch of salt because I use them a lot and it makes the cleanup way easier. So this is just like a little brownie tin. You can fill this up with salt. That's what I usually do. I mean, it's a lot of salt, but it's an important spell probably. You can also work with the same thing. So maybe you have to do this spell 3 days in a row. You can keep working with the same stuff. But when you're done, you're done. So what I like to do is I have like a brown paper bag. I will like literally scoop the wax out like kitty litter, and I'll stick it in the brown paper bag and I'll set it to the side. And then I work with the salt that I have left. And then I'll scoop it out and I'll stick it in there and I'll work with the salt that I have left until I'm done with the spell or it feels right. Then I'll take the whole thing and I'll stick it in like a double wrapped, like, garbage bag, like Target bag or something like that. And shove all of it in there, tie it up really good, and go to the not nearest, but I will go like out of my town to go find a trash can and stick all of this in there to banish it. You don't want to leave this stuff near your house. You're trying to banish it, get it away from you. Okay. So, you need your container that you're burning stuff in, salt if you're using salt. I'm going to show you the wax down method. 2 chime candles, a way to carve your candles. Cord. This is friendship bracelet cord. Okay. Any color is fine. I just grabbed blue, which is what I had. Scissors, your lighter, and paper and pen to write with. Okay. So the first step is you're going to fill up your situation with salt. If you're not working with salt and you're just waxing it down, that's fine. Just set it over to the side. Okay. Now the next thing is going to be carving the candles. So I'm literally just going to use my scissors. My nails are not currently long enough. I'm about to get them done tomorrow. And I'm going to write the first name. And this is what we call the mark. So I'm writing the first name. I actually put my tin back underneath me to catch the wax carvings. Like the little pieces that come off. Okay, that one's done. All right, then carve the next one, which is you. All right. If you only have colors that are or candles that are same color, find some way to distinguish which candle is yours and which is not. Sometimes I'll like put a flower in front of mine so I know which one is mine. Okay. All right, there's someone that's like backing up very intensely in my front yard. I live in the city. Okay. So now I've got them set like this, okay? The next step is going to be my string. So I like to take about 1 foot to work with and then cut it. Set the rest over to the side. Oh, there we go. Okay. This represents the most important part of the spell is the cord. While you're working with it, you want to think about what it is you're severing. So if it's like, I want to sever myself from codependency, then the thread represents codependency. If the cord is like, I want to separate myself from this person, then the cord is also the name of the person. Okay. And so you want to really work with the intention behind it. All right. Then next is you're going to take your candles and you're going to tie string between them. So just give me 1 second and I will show you what that looks like. I could not find my other camera so that I could show you the process, and I apologize for that. Okay, so my first candle has cord. I'm going to go ahead and cut the extra tail off. Okay. And I want the cord right in the middle of the candle on both so that they're even heights, exactly opposite from each other. Then I'm going to work with about 2 inches of cord between them. I try not to go beyond that because the thread, we want it to stay quite taut. It makes it easier for the candles to burn clean and to read the candle. I'll show you what it looks like in just a second. So in the end, it looks like this, right? The cord in the in-between is the thing that we're wanting to burn. It represents the point of the ritual, right? The candles matter too, because it shows you who's holding on and who's not, and if anyone's holding on. All right. Now, imagine, I'm so sorry. I thought I had salt. I have to get salt. Evidently, I used it all last week. Imagine that there's salt in here. I would just set it right in. You can also work with dirt, but in a banishment, I really strongly encourage you to work with salt. It has a cleansing effect. All right. And so you would just set it directly in the salt. So it would be holding up. The salt will hold it up. And then you speak over the candle, setting your intention, which is when I burn these candles and this cord severs, I am severing myself from the experience of codependency. I'm severing myself from this person, et cetera, et cetera. All right. And then here's the kicker. You light them almost immediately. All right. Meaning you light this one, you light that one. You don't wait for this one to start burning and then this one. Not in this kind of ritual. You light them both at the same time and then you pay attention to them when burning. Candles this size take an hour, okay, usually. So I hope that that is helpful for you. If you're in my coaching program, make sure that you record it being burned because I'll candle read it for you, all right? This is a very potent ritual, but oftentimes it can take more than one time to do it. I tend to do it 3 days in a row. So I do the ritual over and over and over for 3 days. I take a camera and I set up my phone so that it's watching it and pay attention to who burns it every day. Is there ever any residual cord left over? All of those things are more advanced forms of witchcraft, but it doesn't really matter. What matters is the felt sense of, is the severing happening? Couple of quick things. Never leave your candle unattended. Never. Okay. You don't leave ritual candles like this unattended. You really want to stay near them so that your energy stays near them too. And then the other thing is that beware that people that have really strong attachments to us can feel us trying to cut them off. And so you want to pay attention to if all of a sudden they start contacting you again, that's them psychically feeling you trying to sever from them and trying to stay in your field. So burn it again, do the ritual again, do the ritual again. You may have to get even more intense about you know, what you do to get rid of it. If you need help with that, reach out and ask me because I may have to develop a personalized ritual for you. All right, I hope that this was helpful for you. And if you have any questions, obviously reach out and I'll see you guys next time. All right, bye.